what attracted you to the role of Arthur in An Unfinished Song?
In my youth, I had turned down the great Josh Logan, who had wanted me to play the king in Camelot. And I turned it down because I was frightened that I wouldn't be able to sing that score. And I've always regretted it. It's just the one thing in my career that I often think about it, how wonderful it would have been now to have been in that movie, you know. And then when I heard they'd cast Vanessa, who played Guinevere in Camelot.
Oh.
And she's married to this character who's called Arthur.
Right.
And I have to sing. I felt that the universe was giving me a second chance.
The two of you play a long married couple. How did you connect in that way?
There was a kind of an unspoken alchemy, really. We were just in the same space, you know. And I guess by the second week, when between action and cut, when I was on set with her, I couldn't really distinguish like where I ended and she started. The extra beauty of the screenplay was the fact that it was a twin soul relationship, but they were ordinary.
Right.
In other words, they weren't Romeo and Juliet. They weren't Lila and Majnun. They were Marion and Arthur, you know, and I thought that gave it an unusual beauty. Mm-hmm. So I was concerned because I don't do ordinary. I can do ordinary, but I don't do ordinary very well. It's not my strong suit. And then when the director convinced me that he was exactly what he wanted, I thought if I got in trouble, I could really play it as my dad, because my dad adored my mother. She worshipped him. So in thinking about playing it as Tom Stamp, I was the father and the son, really.
Surely you're not as grumpy in real life as Arthur.
Certain women would think otherwise. Certain women who get bored very easily, I have to say.
You perform a vocal solo at the end of the movie. Tell me how you prepared for that.
I didn't really have time to prepare for this. Mm-hmm. The movie came together so quickly. Mm-hmm. I only had a couple of sessions with a singing teacher. Mm-hmm. And we basically worked like the phrasing and the breathing. We arrived in the theatre. There was hundreds of extras. It was a very tough set to light. Suddenly it was 7 o'clock in the evening and it was the last setup of the day. So it was one take, really. Wow.
So you've done a lot of other things besides acting. You've written a novel and 3 memoirs.
4.
4?
There's one for young artists called Rare Stamps. It's just me passing on what worked for me.
Oh, great.
And a cookbook.
And a cookbook, okay. You've said one of the reasons you practice yoga is to maintain your balance. How long can you stand on one foot?
Oh, I do it by like breath. What I try to do is, I just, I mean, I'm not got natural balance because I'm carrying this microphone, but I look at something still.
Wow. Oh. What's that, the eagle?
That's just to strengthen the knee.
Jeez. You were wonderful in the film. I think a lot of people are really going to like to see this real experience, and thanks for talking to us.
You're a discerning girl.